One of the interesting things I've heard about in my near death experience research is about humanity's future. And in the 1,200 testimonies I've heard, only a small percentage talk about what they were shown in heaven about the future of human beings and what's going to happen here on planet Earth. So I am currently working on my second book, The New World of Love. My first book was called God Took My Clothes. And The New World of Love is going to talk about what these people say about the future of Earth and humanity and what our role is going to be. So today's video, I'm going to read the opening paragraphs of my new book, which will be released in December. There is a perfect plan, and it is working itself out in its perfection. That is the message I have heard repeatedly in my 18 years of near-death experience research. But when you survey the world today, it sure doesn't seem like a perfect plan. It appears the world is quickly deteriorating into a state of chaos, anarchy, fascism, narcissism, and self-destruction. It does not take much effort to observe that we are living in a world of disharmony. Human beings as a species have lost their connection to each other and to nature. We see the consequences everywhere: environmental destruction, unrestrained production and consumption, poverty, depression, sickness, health crises, mental illness, and war. Loneliness has become an epidemic in our society. The entire world has embraced an ideology of materialism as a path to happiness, and now our entire worldwide economy has become a competitive money sport that oppresses the very human beings that money was created to serve in the first place. The middle class has been shrinking for decades as the gap between rich and poor continues to widen, a trend that began accelerating in the 1980s. We are contaminating our food supply with processed foods and genetically modified organisms, and for over a century now, we have been trashing our air, water, soil, and oceans. We have a seasonal hole in the ozone layer and a giant patch of plastic in the Pacific Ocean. 1/4 of the world's population often lacks their basic necessities of food, clean water, clothing, shelter, and medical care. After centuries of war and 2 world wars, we still haven't matured enough to settle our differences peacefully, often fighting each other like wild animals. At the time of this writing, we have over 25 armed conflicts worldwide, with many more minor wars, terrorist acts, insurgencies, and local battles for territorial control. If you turn on the news and watch the deterioration of our society that they present, it seems like things are only going to get worse. It would be reasonable to assume that humanity is on an inevitable path of self-destruction. But as difficult as this may be to believe, nothing could be further from the truth. Our Buckminster Fuller said, "There is nothing in the appearance of a caterpillar that tells you it's going to become a butterfly." We have just begun to emerge from what will be known in the future as the barbaric age, and are quickly moving towards a new world of love. The Great Awakening has begun and is a juggernaut that cannot be stopped. But with great change comes great chaos, confusion, and suffering. Growing up is never easy. The terrible twos, the teenage years. Who among us breathes through these times with ease? The changes will not come quickly from a human perspective. Mainstream culture does not change direction like a hockey skater who can turn on a dime, but more like a cruise ship. It's going to be a long, slow, hard road with many mistakes and setbacks along the way. The dance of consciousness is always one of 2 steps forward and 1 step back. And when you look around at the world today, you can see that we are obviously in the middle of a big step back. As these chaotic changes take place, it is important for the enlightened ones, the kind of people who are attracted to a book such as this, to keep calm, maintain peace, foster joy, and shine a light as an example to the rest of the world. A world where there will be no more war, no more hatred, no more pain, and no more tears. The old ways will fade into a distant memory. Humanity will live with each other and with nature in peace and harmony. Do not fear these turbulent times of change, but rather embrace the chaos as a normal part of change. Give gratitude for the new world of love that is coming. We have only just begun.